Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a percentage problem, and in this question we're going to look at the keywords in the question. So you're told you've got 35% of 680 pupils have got a dog. 159 of these pupils that have the dog are boys. And you've got to work out, so this bit in blue, this is always in blue, the key command that you've got to do, how many pupils have got the pet dog that are girls. You've got to work out how many pupils are girls. So they're the key words of the question. Now on the left hand side here it says show your method, which means you must write down any working or calculations that you're doing in your head as you go along in this space here to be able to get the answer that you've got to write in the box on the bottom right hand corner. This will give you 2 marks in the exam if you can do this. So your key facts, we need to know how to find the percentage. So we've got 35% and we need to know the maximum percentage is always out of 100. And the steps to find 35%, in order to do that, first of all we need to find 10% by dividing by 10. We need to find 30% by multiplying the answer you've just worked out by 3. Then to find 5%, you're going to divide the answer to 10% by 2 to work out 5%. Then if you add together the answer you got for 30% and 5%, that will give you the answer to 35%. Once you've done those steps to work out 35%, that will tell you how many people have got dogs. You're told 159 of them are boys, and you need to work out how many are girls. So have a think about how you're going to do it, and see how I've taken key bits of information from the question to break down the problem to make it easier. So press pause, get yourself a pen and paper, see if you can work out the answer, and then when you've got an answer, press play. Welcome back. So hopefully you've managed to come up with an answer and you've worked out how many people are girls, or how many of the pupils, that means how many children, students, whichever word you prefer to use, are female or girls. So we're going to start off with 35% of 680. So we're going to start off with step 1, which is to divide by 10. And the reason we do that is because we know a percentage is out of 100, and in this square here, you've got 10 along the top and 10 down the side. So 10 times 10 is 100. So 10% is one little strip. So 10 squares is 10%. So if the whole thing is 100%, to find one strip, which is 10%, which are 10 squares, you're going to divide 100 by 10 to work out what one strip is, which is this first step here. Find 10% by dividing by 10. So 680 divided by 10. When we divide by 10, remember all the digits move one place to the right. So the 6 will go into the tens, the 8 will go into the ones, and the 0 goes behind the decimal point. So 680 divided by 10 is 68. If your number does end in a 0, you can take a 0 off the end, which is the same as dividing by 10. So if you got rid of this 0 here, the answer is 68. Next, we need to work out 30%. Now, if 10% is one strip, 1, 2, 3 strips is going to be 30%. So 30 little squares out of this whole thing here is going to be 30%. So to find 30%, I've got to multiply this answer I've got here, 68, and we're going to multiply it by 3 to find 30%, because it's 3 times as much as what the 10% was in one strip. So we're going to start on the right hand side here. 3 8s are 24, so you should know your times table. So we put a little 2 up here and then the 4 goes underneath. And 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 gives me 20. So I've got 204. Once I've got this number here, I now need to work out 5% because we've got 35%. So it says to find 5%, we're going to divide the 10% answer by 2. Because 5% is 5 little squares. So if we know the total strip down here, which is 10%, which was 68, half of it is 5 little squares. So we're just going to take the 68 answer and we're going to divide it by 2. So 5 little squares is half of a whole strip. So half of 60 is 30, half of 8 is 4, so it's 34. Now I know 30% and I know 4%, I need to add these together. So 35% is this purple area and the green together. So the 30% plus the 5%, so 204 plus 34 will give me 35%. Starting on the right hand side, 4 plus 4 is 8. 3 plus 0 is 3 and a 2 at the front. So it's going to be 238. So there are 238 boys that have got a pet dog. Okay, it's irrelevant whether they've got a pet dog or not now, because all the people we're going to be looking at have got a dog. Okay, so you're told 238 have got a dog. So this is how many people have got a dog. Now, of these people that have got a dog, 159 of them are boys. So of this 238, 159 are boys, which means that because we have got 238, if I do 238 take away 159, that will tell me how many people are going to be girls. So we've got to do 8 take away 9, looking at the right hand side, which we can't do, so we have to borrow from the 3. So cross 3 out and make it a 2, and we're going to borrow a 10 in here. So I've now got 18 take away 9. So 18 take away 9, you can count back on your fingers or count on from 9 to 18 if you struggle to work out what that is. Or some of you will just know 9 times 2 is 18, so double it is 18, which means one lot of 9 has been taken away. Now 2 take away 5 we can't do, so we need to borrow from this 2, so we're going to cross it out and make it a 1, so take 1 from it, and we're borrowing the 10 from here and putting it in front of this 1, making this the number 12. I've now got 12 take away 5, so again you can count on from 5 to 12 if you need to, or count backwards, and you should find you get, well actually I would do 5 to make 10 is 5 plus 2 gives you the 12, which is 7. And then you've got 1 take away 1, which is 0. So you're left with the number 79, which needs to get written in the box. And this is how many people are girls with the pets. If you found this video useful, please give me a big tick and comment below to let me know how you found it. Great work if you managed to get the answer correct. Well done. Now the mark scheme says up to 2m, which means up to 2 method marks for this question. So if you got the answer 79, which you can see here is the correct answer, you would get 2 full marks, regardless of what you'd written down. But it is really good to show you're working, because it tells you in the question to do that, because you would get 1 mark if you made a mistake. So if you look through here, you can see the method to get that you would need to get 1 mark, or using this method here to get 1 mark here. So it says award 1 mark for the sight of the number 238 as evidence of 35% of 680 calculated correctly. So even if you just worked out 35% of 680 and didn't know what else to do, you would get 1 mark. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.